Alright, hey guys, today the topic of interest is success principle number 4, which is to change your approach. Now, if you've been following my success principle video series already, you'll realize that someone's knocking on. It's okay. I am so sorry. So sorry. My sister's delivery just came in. Okay, so what was I saying? So I was saying, okay, so if you've been following my success principle series already, you realize I've touched on this a couple times, but I feel like this needs a video of its own because it's so important. It'll save you so much time if you actually apply it. So let's get started. So one of the reasons why a lot of us don't succeed as quickly as we'd like to one of the reasons a lot of us stay in stagnation is because we take action in the direction of our dreams, which is absolutely amazing, fantastic, but we're not paying attention to whether or not the action we're taking is getting us closer to our end goal. But for you to even be able to apply the stuff I'm going to teach in this video, you first of all need to get clear on what you want out of life and clear on the goal that you want. And the thing is, a lot of us aren't clear. A lot of us set general goals and they're not specific. So you hear people say stuff like this. You hear like, I want to lose some weight, or I want to make more money, or I want to be a professional footballer, rugby player, whatever. Those goals are cool, right? But the thing is, they're not specific enough, right? They're very, very general. And oftentimes, life is giving you what you're asking of it, right? It's just that you're not asking specifically enough. So someone can say, I want to lose weight, right? Nothing wrong with that, but the thing is, you can just dehydrate yourself and look exactly the same, and you've lost weight. But in your mind, when you said you wanted to lose weight, you probably had a picture of somebody who had like rock hard abs, lying on the beach, looking great, looking cool. But the thing is, you're not specific enough, right? It's once you get specific, you're getting what you're asking for, but you're not specific enough. Like, you didn't want to lose weight, you wanted to lose body fat, right? There's a difference, distinction. Somebody else can say this, someone else can say like, I want to make more money. The minimum wage goes up by 25p, you know what I'm saying? You're making more money now, right? You got what you wanted, bro. But the thing is, in your mind when you said you wanted to make more money, right, you had a picture of like a mansion, you had a picture of yourself going on holiday, not having to work the 9 to 5 all the time. You know what I'm saying? There's a difference, right? You're not being specific. Same thing, somebody wants to be a professional footballer, but the different tiers to that. You can be like a level 2 professional footballer. You're not making as much money as the people who are up in the Premier League, making a killing, by the way, making so much. You're doing really well in England. You know what I'm saying? The different tiers to that. So you need to really, really be specific. Because when you're specific on what you want, you're able to use all your mental faculties to create a plan to get you there. There's a difference, and it's so important that you get that. So let me give you a practical example so this makes sense. So those of you guys who know me know that I love going to the gym, and when I first started, like during the first year of training, I made some crazy progress. And I wasn't making crazy progress because I was special or super smart. I was helped by a lot. I was helped by my friend Taff as well. He helped me a lot because he knew what I was doing, so I trained with him. And I made some crazy progress, and also because I was consistent as well, which helped. So those of you guys who start the gym or start training for the first few months to a year, you make crazy progress regardless of what you do, because your body is exposed to a new stimulus. So your body doesn't know, so everything you do just works, right? So it wasn't up until I got to the 1.5 year mark of training where like progress really, really slowed down. So between the period of the 1.5 year mark and the 2 year mark, those 6 months, I made no progress. Like literally, I looked exactly the same. I was lifting exactly the same amount of weight for the exact same amount of reps, week by week, every single day. I was training 6 days a week, right? So there's a problem if you're not progressing and you're training that much. So I was like, what gives, man? So it wasn't up until I went to the Body Power Expo this year, it was, where I saw some of my fitness inspirations, some of the people I really looked at, some of the people I watch on YouTube for motivation and stuff when I was in the gym. And I saw them, and these are like some huge people who walk like sideways through doors because they're so big. So they're like, oh, go sideways. And I saw them, and I was like, oh wow, I want some of that. I want some of that. So I was inspired. So I started doing my research on like how to get bigger. So originally, when I started, my goal was I want to get bigger, right? Not specific. That was my original goal. So I had achieved that goal because I was bigger than what I started. But in my mind's eye, I was like, I want to be like those guys who walk sideways through doors, right? So did my research, and I found out about eating more, because apparently when you want to grow, you need to eat more food, you need to consume loads of calories. So I was like, okay, cool. So I heard about an app called MyFitnessPal. So the thing about that app is it causes you to be specific with what you want. It tells you, what is your goal? What do you want? So originally mine was like, I want to be bigger, but I had to commit to a goal. So I was like, okay, I want to be 85 kilograms of muscle. So I typed in 85 kilograms, and it caused me to just to start counting my calories. So it gave me calorie goals to hit, and all the macronutrients, and I had to hit with that. So what macronutrients are the individual parts of the calories that you get. So it's like proteins, carbs, all that stuff. How much I had to take in per day. So it sent me to reach that goal weight, and to subtract my activity level as well, so that that's if you get the premium one, and there's a way to get the premium one as well. It's online for free. I don't know if that's legal, but it's there. So anyway, so I had that one, and it was calculating all the calories for me and everything, which is going great. So once I started doing that, I also got into contact with a coach who gave me a training program to follow. And once I did that, and I started hitting those calorie goals, boy, within a month I made so much progress. Like literally crazy like my bench press went up by 20 kilograms, which is quite a lot, you know, for such a short period of time. It went up by so much. And yeah, I put on some really good size, and the goal that it gave me was I was supposed to put on, it was at 0.5 kilograms of weight per week. So at the end of a month, I should have put on 2.5 kilograms of muscle, not muscle, of weight per week. So with that in mind, with that specific goal in mind, I was able to tailor a plan to get there. And of course, I had to change my approach. So it's the same thing with you guys. When you start off with the goal in mind, get clear on what you want. Because when you're clear on what you want and specific enough on what you want, you're able to tailor a plan that's going to get you to that place that you want to get to. Now, the next part is learning to change your approach when the plan that you're using isn't working or is no longer serving you in the way that you want it to. So I had the goal of hitting 85 kilograms of weight. So there was a point where, after the first month or so, where my weight slowly started dwindling and I wasn't hitting 0.5 kilograms of weight per week. And I was thinking, what's going on, right? And the reason I stopped doing that was because I started missing my meals, because I started working bigger shifts at work. So sometimes because I'm a part-timer, I work smaller shifts, but I was working bigger shifts at this time. So I couldn't just, like, when I was off, I couldn't just go and, just make food as and when I needed it. I had to be organized with it. So I started making meal preps. So I started changing my approach a little bit. So rather than just making my meals all the time, I started making them the night before so that all my meals were ready, so I didn't have a problem with that. Right. And then I started hitting my goals again. And this is the thing, a lot of us do this. So once a lot of us are clear on our goals, we start taking action, but we don't pay attention to whether or not the stuff we're doing is actually working. We're just so caught up in the action, so immersed in the activity, that we're not peeking up to see, like, am I getting closer to the end goal that I have in mind? And the thing is, this is what a lot of us do as well, myself included. When we realize that something's not working, we'll change our approach, we'll change our approach and we'll do it, and we'll find that's not working either, and then we'll go back and do the old thing that we're doing before. Rarely ever do we try something new. And that's what the key here. You need to learn to try new things, because new things will get you new results. It's ridiculous to do the same thing over and over again and expect a different results. It just makes no sense, but a lot of us do this. And one metaphor, which is amazing, which I read in Tony Robbins' book, highly recommend, Awaken the Giant Within, was this. He talked about, like, a fly. You know when you watch a fly try to escape a room? What it often does is this, like, it always often tries to gravitate towards the light. So it sees the light, the natural rays of sunlight through the windows, and it's like, oh, look, light. So it flocks towards the windows, right? And, like, you can have all your windows open, but oftentimes it flocks to the one window which is closed. So it goes to the window that's closed, and it goes bzzz, and knocks its head into the closed window. And then it'll do that over and over and over again. Then it'll pause. Then it'll continue to do the same thing again. Continue to fly into the closed window. And it's one of the most frustrating things to see. Comical, but frustrating at the same time. Because it keeps doing the same thing over and over again. And then you watch those motivational videos that'll tell you, you need to never give up, to keep being persistent, you need to keep going. But the thing is, no amount of persistence, no amount of motivation is going to fly you out of a closed window. You understand? If what you're doing isn't working, you need to change your approach, or you need to try something new. But oftentimes we only try 3 different things, and we say, I've tried everything. But you've not tried everything. You've tried 3 things that you know. You need to try something else that you don't know. You need to try something new. And when you do that, you'll progress so much faster. You'll get results, right? If you do this and you're consistently aware of what you want. But it starts with you being specific with what you want. So what do you want, right? Do you want to lose weight? How much weight do you want to lose? Or do you want to lose body fat? Right, there's a difference. Yeah, what do you want? Do you want to be a professional footballer? Do you want to play in the Premier League? Or do you want to play in League 2? You know what I'm saying? Different goals, right? But this little distinction will make a massive difference. So guys, I hope that's made sense. This is me out now. Goodbye.